it's not going to like these trees, and it isn't going to go under them. Oh, okay, well that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's make it go to the right. See, it's looking down a bit too much. What if I pull back on the sticks? That is pretty. That is quite pretty. Look at that. You see that? That is an actual shot you could use in a film. Absolutely no problem at all. That looks absolutely stunning, actually. What if I add a little bit more speed? Ooh. Okay, let's go back the other way. We are going to do some walking and some running. I just wanted to see what this looks like when we have the car here. But I've tried it in a few different ways. Now, it does a good job. It does a bad job. And now that I'm on the other side, it's not going to like it. But if we kick it, you guys see that? That is no doubt one of the most annoying things you can have when you're flying a drone, and your car basically says, you know what, we're not going to follow you because you're more than 50 meters away. Those are EU regulations. I basically have to go to US to be able to use them. See now, look, see, it is way too high. Now if I come back down, let's have a look. Will it carry on? No, it won't. It doesn't like that. It does not like that, you see? Let's try and find the car, because this is actually a really nice shot. So if I head about here, active track. Lock it down. Active track. Go. It's lost me again. It's trying to find me, then it's trying to lose me. Okay, let's go back to the left. Yeah, you see, I'm having to manually move this because it's not really enjoying that. It's a pain in the ass. That is what I'd call a pain in the ass. And you know what? It is EU regulations, so it's got nothing to do with DJI. It is EU regulations. That is screwing with this picture right here. Right, let me just stop myself right there. EU regulations or not, you're never, ever going to get the kind of follow speed you need out of one of these. You're going to have to drive your car very, very slowly for the Mini 4 Pro, Mini 3 Pro, the DJI Mavic 3, to follow your car just how you want. You are going to have to switch into sports mode, and you are going to have to do it manually, which is fun and scary at the same time. Let me show you an example. Now, what I'm trying to say here, not to belittle the tracking option, is that with manual control and some planning, you can get much better shots that have a lot more character and depth, and they'll probably look like something that's right out of Hollywood. Doing shots like this, where the car is kicking it down the road in between wires, is not something I feel comfortable doing with any drone. And following it right behind the car, which is blasting it down a dirt road with lots of dust, only in sports mode. And only in sports mode could I overtake it, lift it higher, and get a really nice Hollywood shot. This shot, only in manual mode. Now, tracking really is fine, but add some dust, the drone would go crazy. There's no way I could get a shot like this with tracking ever. Now, tracking is fun, but it's not reliable. Following my car here, the tracking was having trouble because of the trees. Not something that I would have trouble with. Right, it's a little bit windy, but we're gonna do a little bit of follow me and see how this works. So there is the Mini 4 Pro. You guys are now on here, so you can hear me, and there's me right there. So we are gonna active track and go. And let's see how nice and smooth this can be. Now there are a lot of trees around, and these trees may not be ideal for the tracking, but they make for a good challenge, you know. I think we might go left. I know there's a way over there, but this could give it a few extra points when it comes to difficulty. Hopefully I won't meet any wild boars or ticks, but I'm doing this for you guys. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's doing a jolly job. Now I always do get freaked out by ticks. I've actually never had one. I've had one try to crawl up my leg, but it's never bitten me. So let's hope today isn't that day. How is it doing, huh? Is it doing a good job? Now we do have this option to do this. Isn't that fantastic? It might be a little bit dark. I'm not too bothered about that. I can bring that back in post. But I do love that you can do something like this. I mean, look at how smooth that is. See? I think it still needs a few updates because it's not super smooth. But let's have a look at this. Good thing it's got side sensors, so I don't have to be too worried about it crashing into anything. I am going to have to bring it down right here, because we're about to go under some trees. And if we bring it forward, I know that's going to be lower and closer. Oh, and there I am again. And in fact, I think I'm just going to press auto. It's going to make things a little bit easier. What do you guys think about that right there? Should I go in there? Or should I keep on going here? Now, what do you all think about this 120 meter problem? I mean, for some people it's not a problem, for others it is. I personally, myself, see it as a problem. No ticks? No ticks. I personally see it as a problem because I need to fly 120 meters. An ape? Yeah, I've got to fly 120 meters an ape. So AGL, above ground level. Now that is important for me because I fly in the mountains a lot and I need that extra reach, yeah? A lot of people don't need it. I do. And for me it makes a huge difference. For you, it may not do. Now what if we do this? And spin around the front, or right here. You see what it's doing? I'm guessing the Mini 3 Pro would have crashed by now. Now, there are a lot of trees back there, so if I put it back, it's going to go up and hopefully not crash into those trees. Ooh. Oh, don't go up there. Don't go up there. Stop. You are going to crash. You are going to crash. It's impossible it won't crash. As I do not want a copyright strike, and I forgot to turn the radio off in the car, I'm gonna put in my own music from Artlist, by the way. There are links down below. Look at what the drone's doing. It's very, very unreliable when it comes to tracking a car. The problem I have is that it won't go low. I love car shots when they're low, and I wish DJI would give us the option to go as low as we want with a disclaimer. Because low level car shots give the actual shot you're trying to capture a lot of dynamics. Anytime I speed up, the drone goes up, which is quite frustrating. And as you can see here, it thinks the car is still moving in a certain direction, which is great, but it's not. I'm driving back, and this shot was no doubt one of my favorite. When I put it in active track, I switched on parallel, and I dropped the hammer on this pretty bumpy dirt road. It looks like a shot that would be perfect in a Hollywood movie or a Polish movie, but it's still lacking a shot when I can be really close behind the car, kicking it as fast as possible with all the dust. Something that I can do manually and the drone can't do in track mode. So the question is, to track or not to track? I think a combination of these two is great, being able to track and at the same time having the skill and knowledge of following your drone manually, and obviously some huge cojones because it is quite stressful. But yeah, it's fun, it's fun. I mean, the tracking works okay. The POI on a car really doesn't look too great. This is going to be me just, you know, taking in some sun through my sunroof, and you can see how wobbly it is. If you can lose that tracking and just get a little point where it's not tracking the car, that works much better.